Am I the a-hole for telling my partner? He completely ruined the birth of our child. Hey everyone. I could really use some perspective on this because it's been 8 weeks since the birth of our daughter, and the tension in our home is unbearable. Neither my partner nor I think we're in the wrong, but I just can't shake the feeling that he completely ruined one of the most important moments of my life. He doesn't know I'm writing this, so I'll try to keep it as vague as possible. When I found out I was pregnant, my partner started pushing hard for a home birth. I wasn't entirely against the idea initially, but I was hesitant and wanted to keep my options open. At the time, I was only a few weeks along, so I told him I'd think about it, but he was relentless. Throughout my pregnancy, he would constantly bring it up, even going as far as speaking over me during doctor appointments when we discussed my birth plan. We had countless arguments about this over the next several months. It got worse when his mother joined in, telling me all the reasons I should avoid the hospital and stick to a home birth. I shared my concerns about the safety of myself and the baby, but they both brushed me off. I was feeling cornered, but I still told him clearly that I wanted a hospital birth. He ignored me. By the time I reached 36 weeks, we met with a doula who was just as pushy. I felt like no one was listening to me, and I was completely unsupported. The anxiety built as I neared my due date. When I went into labor at 39 weeks, I was desperate to go to the hospital. I begged him, but he refused and called the doula instead. I ended up laboring at home for 3 days, with the last 22 hours in active labor. It was exhausting and terrifying. The whole time, I had this gut feeling that something was wrong, but no one seemed to care. The doula said if I hadn't delivered after 24 hours of active labor, we'd have to go to the hospital. By that point, I didn't know which would be worse, staying home or making it to the hospital so late. When my daughter was finally born, I didn't feel any of that instant joy people talk about. All I felt was relief that it was over. At my postpartum appointment, my doctor was shocked that I had delivered at home. She was really concerned, and I felt heartbroken over the whole experience. I've told my partner multiple times that he ruined the birth for me. I can't even imagine going through that again. When I hear people say they forget the pain after seeing their baby, I feel like that wasn't my experience at all. I love my daughter, but the birth was traumatic, and I blame him for it. Each time I bring it up, he just rolls his eyes and tells me I'm not being strong like other mothers. And when I say that if we ever have another child, I refuse to do a home birth, he just says, "We'll see." I feel completely dismissed and isolated in this. AITA for holding him responsible for what happened? Everyone around me is acting like this is normal, but it doesn't feel right. Is it?